Yo, what's up, Nest Block? I am MadMega. This is a game. That's what I got. That's what I've got for you. It's Happy Birthday, Bugs. We're gonna celebrate Bugs Bunny's 50th birthday, like 30 years ago. Yeah, so we're gonna just mash through all this. Don't worry, timer doesn't start yet. So the whole story here is that Bugs is invited to a birthday party for his birthday, but all of the other Looney Tunes are upset that they're throwing him a birthday party, but I guess they all share the same birthday. That's why they're upset. I don't know. Timer starts now. Close enough. Woohoo! Now, this is one of two games that I run where it features an anthropomorphic animal wielding a mallet, which is strange that it's happened twice in my life, but, you know, hey, that's how it goes. We get to see all of our favorite Looney Tunes characters, such as anthropomorphic mallet and soapbox, or, for example, other anthropomorphic mallet. Fireball. I mean, there's just lots of classic Looney Tunes characters all over this game, really. So the name of this game is mostly the tech is about dodging the carrots. So we're trying to collect as few carrots as possible as we do this. And that's the first big carrot. The big carrots don't count. They literally just turn into a blimp and you can fly away, or an airship, or whatever you call these things. The reason we don't want carrots is we don't want to trigger these bonus rounds. We will do a few of them, there's no way around it, but we're going to try to only do as few as possible. That's an exploding alarm clock. One of my favorites from exploding alarm clock cartoons, you know. Those are always my favorite. Let's see, we've got some more carrots. For some reason, you're going to pick this one up, even though I don't think I actually grabbed that. I was nowhere near it, but game decided otherwise. I love the climbing animation. I think it's hilarious. You don't see it too much. Oh, that's a lot of carrots we didn't mean. Oh, no. That's okay. This is Tweety. Tweety is the worst. We don't like Tweety. Because when you hide behind a foreground object, the enemies can't be harmed. And Bugs can also hide behind foreground objects, but then he can't swing his mallet. So they're kind of at an impasse. Also, when you're behind things like that, like I said, you can't swing your mallet, but if you take damage, you also can't swing your mallet. So anytime you see Bugs with stars above his head because he's taken damage, that means that he cannot swing his weapon and he is effectively defenseless. Although he has iframes, so I can run through everything, which could be worse, right? These are another one of my favorite enemies, the red and blue go balls or whatever. I don't honestly know what those are. There are a lot of animals and creatures in this video game. Make no sense to me whatsoever. Try to jump on that cheese ball we missed. Okay. We see Daffy Duck again. You can't actually fight Daffy. He's kind of like the Terminator. Like, he just doesn't, like, he doesn't stop. He doesn't do anything, like. But you can ignore him and grab your carrot and be on your merry. Wabbit's duck season. Elmer season, that's what's... We'll get there, don't worry. Break those. We gotta be a little cautious here because sometimes there can be a ceiling there. Sometimes, not always. Like, you'll just jump off of that and sometimes it's like, hey, there's a ceiling there. And you can miss that jump, so that's cool. But we didn't this time, which is very nice. Okay. Just did not want to let me jump. Getting some, I don't want to say that the game drops inputs per se, but what you might be able to tell is that the game is running at a blazing 16 frames per second. And I did say 16, not 60. This game does not run super well all the time, and so sometimes it just doesn't accept inputs at times. That's okay. We'll make our way through. Bugs is a especially hardy and hale rabbit. He can take quite a bit of damage. You'll see he has 3 hearts up at the top left corner of the screen. When I hit those spikes, I lose a full heart, and that's painful. But most enemies only cause partial heart damage. So there's multiple stages of heart damage that we can take. Right now we're at the white heart outline, which is, I think, 1 damage. We can take quite a few more. Now we need to grab this up here. This is how seesaws work. Perfectly logical. Physics. Don't argue about it. It's physics, baby. We're gonna ride this platform. If we're quick, nice. So if you land there for more than a frame, the block will break. So that was a perfect frame jump. That was 1/16 of a second. Woo, fast. All right, so now we'll get to see our first bonus game. So this could be fun. This could be fun because, all right, we didn't get any. 3 in a row gives you 1 1-up. 4 in a row gives you a 5-up. If you manage to get 5 in a row, you get a 50-up, and it counts every one of them individually, and it is not quick about it. Yeah, if I think that when I have played this, since I learned the speedrun, I think I have been over 30-minute estimates at any time only because I have hit that. So, as long as we don't get the 50 up, we should be okay. That being said, though, there is also a, the game does not have continues, if I remember correctly. So if I run out of lives, I just die. So we're gonna try not to die. Yeah, it's a safety strat. And hit that mallet with my mallet wins. And now we get Tweety. If this goes... There we go. That's what you want to do. You want to just kind of juggle them back. And that is halfway through the stand stage. Up 5 carrots, no bonus round. Let's see. There's going to be... We've already dealt with our first earthquake, because that's awesome in this stage. We'll see those a few more times in later stages as well. Grab this heart. We take that hit. We've already picked up a heart, so we're like actually pretty healthy in terms of our life. So I'm not super concerned. Like I said, the heart system sort of works out in such a way that you generally have a fair amount of health. Just hold A and the tornado will pull you up, which is very convenient. We got to make sure not to take any hits from... These are bullet sprinklers. Those are not shooting water. Those are shooting bullets. It's important you know that, because they do a full heart of damage if they hit you, which is obscene. This does not have Daffy. This has a whole different kind of boss. We call this the Yellow Devil. It's the block boss. Just gonna get through here real quick. That's difficult boss. Takes 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 7 hits. All right, no 1-ups yet. No 1-ups yet. See you later. Peace. Whee! Jump here, there, and... Oh, that was like a perfect frame hit. We jump there. You don't have to. You can generally walk through there, but sometimes the game will actually let you fall into that pit, so I chose to not run the risk. It's like literally 50%, or less than 50% of the time. But yeah, iframes are incredibly forgiving that you can walk through everything. It's relatively convenient in that way. Most of the time you can just run through everything that you see. The first 2 stages don't have a ton of tech beyond knowing where you're going, but really the key gets a little later where it's all about managing your damage boosts. This is Yosemite Sam. He hit me, but not with a bullet. Bullets hurt more than everything else, so. And another carrot, and that is our second stage done. There's 4 to go. This is the worst bonus round. It's like a whack-a-mole thing, and it's very, very, very slow. So we don't do that at all. We get to skip it. This is Candy Mountain. I don't know why I call it Candy Mountain. It just sounds like the music is like Candyland kind of music, and it's a mountain. So I'm like, this is Candy Mountain now. Where we live. Where we live, Charlie. We're going to Candy Mountain, Charlie. That's a reference for all of you people that are like me, ancient. Yeah, if you don't understand that, what are you doing watching a thing called NES Block? You're too young to be here. No, I'm kidding. You're welcome. We love everybody who plays NES games here. Yeah, it just falls away. It pulls a gin blossoms and until it falls away. Just just like that Rock movie. Nope, five. Still not enough carrots for any one-ups or anything here. Ride this cheese ball ever so briefly. Yeah, on a spring. That's a hell of a spring, right? I picked up a couple too many carrots. That's okay. We're just gonna hop on a cheese ball, hop off a cheese ball. That's a 1-ton crusher. If it lands, it kills everything, but it also spawns like flying enemies, which is annoying. So we try to ignore those as much as we can. Jump over those. The fireball things, if you hit them, they will give you like a heart. So that's a nice little thing to have, but we should have plenty of health for what we're doing here. Jump up here, jump on this guy, jump on that, and alright, so there are a whole bunch of blocks that will break, and I just am lucky enough to apparently know where they are. Oh, there's Elmer Fudd. Oh no, he caught me! There we go. He doesn't use a actual shotgun. Like, Yosemite Sam was shooting me with the bullets, and then Elmer's over there, he's hunting wabbits. No bonus. No bonus. Crap. That's bad. We gotta... Okay, so timing is gonna be very difficult here because I'm trying not to get hit by that mallet on the first bit there. Because for the most part, what we're trying to do is get through here, and all of this stuff deals a fair amount of damage that I have one hit. If I hit anything, I will die. To be very careful. We're gonna go here. That platform goes into the lava, so if you're just riding it, you're like, oh, I feel safe. You shouldn't. That'll learn you. Alright, now we have plenty of health. We're perfectly safe again. Just took us a second of a little extra caution. That's alright. Blow up that clock. My alarm clock this morning trying to wake me up. Not true, I didn't have an alarm clock. I slept until I was ready to wake up. Oops. Wow, we've got a lot of carrots. This is bad. This is real bad. You know what? We're gonna grab 21 here. We're gonna do it. Rabbit season. Every time. Every time. Alright, nothing yet. Nothing yet. So far, so good. Alright, that's a 1-up. That's how you get your 1-up. Okay, so how quickly that counted it? Imagine 50 more of those in a row. Not with any regularity. Like, it's like legitimately difficult to trigger. Like, I might have a save state on here somewhere. I'd have to look that's like 1 away, and you just have to keep trying to get lucky on it, but... oh yeah, there's, Earthquake. Just a little, you know... Erase those frogs. They beat us. This is not nearly as bad as it looks. It's not great, but... Bugs is floaty enough that, for the most part, in that section there, as long as you aim mostly towards the middle of the platform, you don't have a lot to worry about. Alright, here's Sylvester. Well, actually, that's Sylvester. I don't know who that other one is, Sylvester Jr. or something? Yeah, But I mean, that was actually that was Tony Hawk. That's what he's up to these days. That's, yeah, so shout outs to Tony Hawk. Yeah, Tony Hawk's pro rabbit skateboarder or something. I don't know. Now we're in I guess this is a sewer level, right? Like, not really entirely certain what this is supposed to be, other than just generally spoopy. Over here. Of course, you gotta have one scary stage. It's in the contract. That's how you get the Nintendo seal of approval. I don't know if you know that, but that's the secret. You have to have a horror. You have to have a sewer game or a sewer stage in your video game for it to get the Nintendo seal of approval. that's just the facts. That 1 ton thing. So yeah, that's what happens if it blows up and goes off. So I swung through it, and luckily we should be able to just run past them. Okay. If I get hit, I will die. Luckily, I should be just fine. There are a lot of jumps in this game that are single frame jumps because you walk off of a ledge and it will let you jump for a single frame after you've walked off the ledge. Again, luckily, it's, you know, a 16 frames per second, so that frame window is much wider than a typical NES single frame trick. That's a ghost. Yeah, now we have a little bit of flashing lights, apologies, but the lights will go out, because that's scary. And there's like oil cans here that when they blow up, they light on fire, and then you can't see, which seems to be the opposite of how that should work, but I didn't design the video game, so I don't know. I assume that there must be on like a gimbal or something. Jump up here, hit this guy, he blows up, doesn't hit me though, because I'm cool. And this game, you can feel the lag get better as soon as you collect that heart. I don't know how to explain it other than to say that it's true. And we're gonna beat up on Tweety. And we showed Tweety what's what. I think that's the last Tweety, thank God. I don't need any more Tweety in my life. So we have 2 more stages of this underground. So there's the oil thing, right? We aren't going to see it start to light up, but it is, and now it's dark. Luckily, I know where I'm going. The water does a full heart's worth of damage, which is obscene. Most enemies do like a partial heart. The water does a full heart of damage, so I'm trying to minimize how often I take damage directly from the water, and you'll often see me take damage from an enemy before I go through a waterfall, because that will prevent me from receiving extra damage that I really don't want. Getting chased by a cheese ball, it won't catch us, don't worry. That's the oil thing, we're going to walk through that because it'll protect us from the water. Pardon. A little ghosty, skip that. Send that oil can away, we don't need that. Wabbit season. Should change the duck season. Alright. We have 5 lives. Half a pack of cigarettes. 100 miles to Chicago. Dark and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it. Okay. We walk through this oil. You can't walk through that, you will fall, you will die. You can get a couple of... Oh, gotta walk through that one. Take that damage. Jump up here, jump through here, and we should not get hit by him, and we can jump up past that guy, over this, and we'll be hop, hop, a little bit. No, we gotta be careful here. We didn't really want to get hit by that, unfortunately. It's not a big deal, but we're trying to move through. You can break the falling icicles with your hammer, and they will still damage you for a few frames, so it's a little bit of effort there. Jump through there, take that hit intentionally, because it's a partial hit from the fireball, and it gives you enough health to get to the end here, and now we fight Pepe Le Pew. Ah. And I missed him on the front. There we go. He just turns around and hits you with a stank cloud, and that's just not here for that. We're gonna... So this is... I think this is the hardest stage in the game, or at least these 4 stages combined, because they have these very stupid... Yep. That was really bad. That was a bad setup on my part. On the bright side, when you die, you lose carrots, so it's a double punishment if you're playing this casually. Every time you die, you lose carrots, and that takes opportunities away from you to, like, earn lives, so it's a bit brutal in that way, but it should be okay for me. That's what that's supposed to look like. We got it right on the first try. Walk over here. Exactly. And we'll wait till it spins. We'll go over here. Oh, we actually got him to explode. That's fun. Now, this is a music change, and what this does is it gives Bugs a super jump, and he can jump very high now. And what I'm going to try to do is not get hit right there, which I did. But if I had it, I would be able to make this jump. But because I got hit, I lost that power up, so now I can't make that jump. I have to go the long, slow way like that. Boo, Wendy Dusterberger. Moving forward. No more bonus games for there. Now the question is do I remember the routing of this stage? Sometimes I do not. We'll try. Here, jump, jump. I'm actually hitting one of these carrots each time so that I can turn them into platforms to jump up there, trying to be a little more efficient. Over here, walk through here. We'll do a big jump, it's slower, but then we avoid a couple of carrots. Check out that spooter. That's the only time you see that sprite in the entire game. And Elmer and Fudd. And we have one more Elmer Fudd to fight. We've already fought 3 Tweeties. No more 1-ups. See you later. Alright. This is the hardest stage, I think, in the game because it does a whole bunch of stupid things with these platforms. Bugs will sometimes just not grab them, even if they like look like they should be okay. Like he just will not grab a hold of them. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay. This is gonna be slow now. You need to hit that frog in like back, and what it will do is it'll give you the ability to like double cycle through there, and I did not quite make it. That's all right. Little rusty, just a smidge rusty here. Select those 2 to make a platform to get that heart, and then we're gonna go all the way up here. The game runs at 60 frames per second when you ride a platform or go into or out of a pipe. Otherwise, it's not very quick. Jump through here, jump there. Now, you'd think you could just fall down there and you'd be okay. No, you'll die. You gotta ride the frickin' elevator. It's annoying. I guess it makes sense. If I fell down an elevator shaft, I would get to the bottom, but I wouldn't feel very good about it, so. That's right. It's realism in a Looney Tunes game. That tracks. That's what I'm looking for. Go over here. I think we just jumped this way. Yep. This feels correct. And there's no way to just make that jump cleanly, unfortunately. I wish you could, but I've never seen it. Ball here. Say hi to Oscar the Grouch. He's throwing bombs out of his crash can in his Unabomber phase. It's Chicken Boo. Not a many things. Yeah. So Foghorn Leghorn you can hit with the mallet forever and it won't do any damage. You have to hit the little chicken fella there. So now we're in like a spooky mansion, I think is what this is now. It's pretty cool, right? I think the music's pretty cool. I dig it. I think that's supposed to be like a falling chandelier. I don't know what that is. It doesn't look like a falling chandelier to me. I'm gonna ride that cheese ball. And this is a stage where if you are relatively comfortable, you can just kind of hold right and ride some enemies. Here's a Daffy. We're just gonna walk right through him. We're not afraid of Daffy. He ain't got nothing for us. Fox season. Rabbit season. Alright, so we have 2 more stages that have carrots in them, because there's no carrots in the final stage, because when you beat the game, what do you need extra lives for, right? So, I mean, they don't make me go through the whole bonus stage again. Try to jump over that. Just doing these. And if we did that right, we're hopefully taking damage perfectly timed so that we only take chip damage while we're in those spikes by one of the falling icicles, as opposed to full heart of damage, which is what you normally take from the spikes. Gonna grab that. And we should be very, very clean to get through. This is the final Elmer FUD stage. We're going to be fighting Elmer one last time. The final Elmer. Yeah, so the way I like to describe those Elmer FUDs is I kind of think of them as they're like tiers. Like the first one's Elmer Tier 1, and then the second one's Elmer Tier 2. That was the final FUD tier. So I'm glad that we passed over that and we're done. You can, if you're good at this game, hit one of those and shorten your jump. You don't have to climb the ladder. You can do those jumps. That's very, very... You got to be really good at this game, and I am not. So I skipped that. But we have these... This area is filled with traps. So there are these springs that would throw me into those spikes. Also, there are false floors. This is a false floor right there. You can tell because it's slightly different than the regular floor. It's the sprite's a little different. We're gonna go high. We're gonna take the opportunity to try to get one more chance at a 50 up, just because I think that everybody would like to see a 50 up. So we'll do one more attempt here. And jump here. That's Daffy. It's the last Daffy. Bye, friend. Alright, we have one chance to collect a 50 up. What are we gonna get? Nope. This is honestly like really surprisingly good luck. Getting, yeah, only 2 ups. Yeah, like that's actually pretty good. We'll ride these conveyor belts. And if we hit that at the right angle, you can make that jump. It sort of like carries you along, so that's a nice little time save. Whee! As I said, there's a lot of spikes, a lot of traps, things of that nature. I didn't quite make it. If you're fast on that explosive, you can make that jump from that lower side instead of having to go all the way up here, but no dice. We are getting very, very close to the end. We have one final boss fight against one of our famous Looney Tunes friends. This is the Tasmanian Devil. He throws footballs at you that I think are supposed to be pies. It's confusing. But they do one whole heart of damage, so I can only take 1 hit. So hopefully everything works out. Hi, Taz. Time is coming up. And when I collect this final carrot, and time. Bugs finally arrives at his party. He enters and lets out an enormous fart, greeted with thunderous cheers and applause from his loving friends, all of whom were just trying to kill him. So I feel like it's very important to note for the lore that Yosemite Sam and Wile E. Coyote are not here. They were trying to shoot him and eat him respectively. It's very important to me that you all know that. Foghorn Leghorn too. Yeah, he just might not understand. He's a little. No chicken poop. All right. So that's Bugs Bunny's 50th birthday. I'm Mad Mega. Stay tuned. More NES Block coming at you.